I have tested $10,000 worth of Tesla accessories over the years, and what I've discovered is that a lot of them are garbage and not worth $1 of your money. While on the other hand, some of the stuff is actually really great. I've been using it for years and it's actually held up and just makes driving and owning a Tesla better. And given the fact that it's Black Friday and everything is on sale, I thought I'd show off some of the actually good Tesla accessories that I use and love that are on sale right now, and also do two other cool things, or three. Number one is show off some brand new accessories you probably have never seen that are super cool and worth the money. Number two is get some exclusive discounts for you guys that you can't find anywhere else on the internet. And number three is give away stuff for free. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. You guys all love Teslas. I love Teslas, so let me just give a bunch of you guys some brand new accessories for free so you can enjoy them in your cars and spend zero money. But in order to do that, I've got to thank the sponsor of this video, Spigen, for sending over some really cool Tesla accessories, and I just get to show off some really cool stuff that I love in my Teslas and actually use every day that you guys will love as well. And I think the best way I can do this and sort of keep this video organized and as quick as possible is break it down in three main ways. You've got your category number one, your day one essentials, things you should have the moment you take delivery of your vehicle. There are the quality of life upgrades, category number two, the stuff that's nice to have but not immediately necessary. And then there is category number three, which is just the insanely useful stuff that if you're bored of your Tesla, is here to freshen things up and make things way more exciting. Now, when it comes to console organizers, both sort of in the front of the vehicle and back by the armrest, if you go online and look these up, they are kind of a dime a dozen, but a lot of those ones are very poorly made and very cheap and not all that good, and some of them don't even fit all that well. That's kind of one of the reasons I like these ones from Spigen. Not only I think they just kind of really look nice, they're also built really well. Very nice weight, higher quality materials here that you're going to notice. They also have sort of sliding and non-sliding options that you can even use both in combination with each other if you want to kind of unlock even more storage. But I kind of love, you sort of have the built-in kind of crevices here for different accessories and, wallet, AirPods, keys, things like that. But I also really like the built-in cutouts you have that allows you to sort of feed cables in here if you do want to run some cables and charge things like AirPods. It's kind of the most popular thing. But even if you have, I know there's other USB-C accessories. Some people have like those AI pins they like to charge. There's other like USB-C things. Kind of nice to have a little bit of a cable route there built in. You could just pop that thing on and be good to go. And then for this one that kind of hides away by the armrest here underneath, I love that it's kind of like this kind of secret compartment that gives you enough room for like valuables. So I know that a lot of people have like their glove box packed to the brim, so they want to keep a place for maybe spare credit cards. Tesla key cards is a great place to keep your key card safe and secure. Just other valuables that you want to have accessible but kind of out of the way and maybe out of sight to like the typical places you'd find in your car. This is just where that is really nice. And then one other accessory that honestly, again, is kind of making use of an area that isn't really utilized from the factory is with pedals. I have a set here from Spigen. These are some really nice kind of carbon fiber accented, very grippy pedals. And I love them, number one, because they've kind of revamped the install process here from what they were a couple of years ago. So they are very, very easy to install. And also they do give you a nice level of tactileness and traction that you don't get from just the basic stock pedals, especially if you don't go with performance. You just kind of get the basic plastic pedals here. Having that extra bit of traction is nice. And also, not only does it kind of look nicer with the aesthetic, but it's got some anti-corrosive material on here. And especially as we sort of get into the winter and colder months with rain and mud and things like that, you don't want your feet slipping and sliding around the pedals. So having that bit of traction is nice, and then also the aesthetics boost is just something I like as well. And one other product that seems a little ridiculous, but I promise you is a really big deal, is a screen protector for your Tesla screen. Look, I get it. I know that having a screen protector for your phone makes sense, but your car, you're not putting this thing in your pocket. But I will actually say there are other reasons why you'd want to get this, mainly because they've got anti-glare options that have really nice matte finishes. But I also will say The protective benefits are nice. In fact, I've told this story once or twice. When I took my Model X into the, sorry to kind of place blame here, but it was true. It was the Irvine, California Tesla Service Center where I've been many times. I got my vehicle back from routine service and there was a little gash in the front screen. Luckily, I had a screen protector on there, so I just took it off. But if I didn't have that on there and that extra layer of protection, I'm afraid my screen might have been messed up. So a little kind of reason why it actually might be worth it. But again, there are other reasons. I like this one from Spigen because it is super easy to install. It does add a layer of protection for your screen, but more than that, I like that it has like an anti-glare matte finish. So not only does it do a good job of reducing sunshine and glare, but also it keeps the screen way more free of fingerprints and smudges. By default, this thing is a fingerprint magnet, but with this on, it kind of just has a nice clean look all the time. Yes, the added protection is nice, but really for that matte finish, that's one of the reasons why this is a day one must-have in my book. The next accessory I do recommend getting on day one is a good set of all-weather floor liners, mainly because Tesla really doesn't give you anything but carpet, and given the fact it's raining and we're heading into abnormal, bad weather, you want to have some good all-weather liners, and the ones I have in all my Teslas, I'll show you, is from 3W Liners. And excuse the mess because I've been doing a lot of work in here. I've shown off much prettier B-roll before in other videos, but just to prove, yes, I am using 3W liners every single day. I've got the carpeted ones now. I've got the carpet cover here on the Model Y. You've got the seat back protectors back there, and then I've got them here. And then in my Cybertruck, where they're really dirty and getting used a lot, I'll show you what those look like. Apologies in advance. These are much overdue for a cleaning, but as you can see, I've got the mats in here. I've got the ones in the back. I love 3W liners because I think they pack great value. Really high quality stuff. I love the little cyber emblem theme here. They offer great front to trunk protection. They generally are greatly priced. I think they've got some specials for Black Friday as well. But again, given the fact that Tesla gives you kind of nothing, you really do want some all-weather mats. Don't go with Teslas. I've tried them. They're really thin and really expensive. Another essential accessory that definitely is a bit more of an investment, but it is going to be something that is going to pay off for years to come, and you do want to do it early on as possible in your ownership experience, is getting PPF on your vehicle. I have famously shown off that I didn't do it on the Model X, and I regret it because I've got scratches and scrapes and shopping cart dents and stuff and scuffs that have gone in that car forever. But I did put PPF on my Cybertruck when I got it, which I know I kind of did it for different reasons, more for the looks and the protective nature of it. But PPF is going to be one of those things, and not only can enhance the look of your car, but also protect the fragile paint. Of course, the partners that I have on my channel that I love and genuinely will give you a great deal are my friends at Drive Protected. They have DIY kits, so you can install this stuff yourself and save thousands of dollars. You're able to sort of follow their videos. They've got step-by-step guides on how to do this. You just watch the video and you kind of, do as they do, kind of just watch and learn from them, and it does totally transform your car. All right, now these next ones, I'll be honest, I kind of have but somewhere between like category 1 and category 2. They are in some ways like essential, like upgrades to make day one, and in other ways, they're kind of something you can wait a little bit on, and that is a phone charger or some kind of phone stand. Of course, Teslas have built-in wireless chargers, so you don't absolutely need this, but I find with the Tesla wireless chargers, the default positioning is kind of terrible if you want to have ways open or something like that. They tend to overheat pretty fast, and generally you can just find better, more versatile, fast charging solutions for your Tesla that are pretty inexpensive. This first one I've shown off before is from my friends at Magback. I've used this, I think, on every single Tesla I've owned. I want to say since like 2019. Like I've been using this thing for 5 or 6 years. It's great. And one of the reasons I guess a couple of reasons I love it is it goes right in the corner of the screen, so no obstruction. You're able to sort of put your phone horizontally or vertically because it's using MagSafe magnets to stick there. It's got a nice long cable for routing and just has been a infinitely more useful way to use my phone and charge my phone if I have Waze open, Google Maps, and things like that. So that's the Magback solution. I really like they've got options for all the Teslas. Another option I've liked as well recently that's kind of a little bit different is for my friends at Lyson. This one is a vacuum suction holder mount that also uses magnets to easily attach the phone, but it's not a charger and it's not trying to be a charger. So the nice thing is it's wireless, so there are no wires. You just put this thing wherever you want in your vehicle and it sticks there and secures it. But this is super nice if you just want to get your phone somewhere in a specific spot. You don't want to have it by the screen, you want to have it somewhere else, and you're not worried about charging it. This can be a really, really nice thing. And then one other option is from Joa. I've got this in my Cybertruck. This one is a new active cooling fast charging one that supports Qi 2 speed, so 15 watts of wireless charging, which is cool. And it's got that cooling tech to obviously help it sustain those speeds over a long period of time and not overheat your phone. Looking at like the built-in Tesla charger, especially Cybertruck is notorious for overheating the phone. So that's going to help with that. And then also what I love here is, again, super easy kind of suction on or off. So you can easily put this where you want. And then it's got this fully articulating head and then arm on there. So you can really kind of get this into the angle you want. You can hide it away if you're not using it. All right, next up, let's get into category number 2. These are the quality of life upgrades that I think mainly are going to improve both the form and the function of your Tesla. Now, some of these you could consider like day one essentials, depending on what you value. But I think for most of you guys out there, if you've enjoyed your Tesla for a while, but you're looking for a way to freshen things up, again, add a little bit more form or a little bit more function, or maybe both, this is a wonderful way to go. And this first accessory kind of does both of those things. And to be honest, I never thought I'd be a big fan of it. But once I started using it, I actually now really like it. If we're being completely honest, I never really understood the whole reason why people were going gaga over under-screen kind of organizers. But now, after living with one for a little while, I will actually say I like it. And I think the main reason why I found that I have liked it is that it's sort of a catch-all for all of my miscellaneous things, especially if you're like me and someone who hates driving with a pocket full of loose change and a wallet and AirPods. This is kind of the perfect place when your other organizers are nice and properly organized. So when I get in my car, this becomes my catch-all for AirPods, my wallet, whatever other random things are in my pockets. And I like this one from Spigen because not only does it have like this nice anti-slip kind of material here, but there's also this lip here. So if you want to try out different acceleration modes and things go sliding around, they're not going to slide out from under here. And there's also actually a lot of usable space down there as well, which is nice. And what's kind of nice, if you're a nerd like me and you've got gadgets for doing CarPlay, there's some additional storage back here as well. So I've got, I don't know where I got this from. I think it was with one of the screen protectors, but I have a little cleaning kit here that I like also from Spigen to clean the screen. I got a little Raspberry Pi back there. Don't ask why. I have this in here for CarPlay hacking, but it's nice that you have that little storage right here. And of course, you've got your storage under the screen. And I have to say, looks nice, kind of helps kind of go with the overall OEM look of the car, and actually now kind of get the hype. Now, this next one, though, might actually be a category 1, day 1 essential, depending on where you live in the world, and that is a good sunshade, especially for the Model Y. Now, to Tesla's credit, the tinted glass is better, especially in the Juniper refresh, but still, especially in those hot summer months, not only does the car get super hot, but if you want the cabin overheat protection to do its thing, obviously, the cooler it is to start, the better and faster the car is going to cool down, which is why a sunshade is so important. And after testing a lot of them, I really like this one from Spigen, the Cryo Shade, because not only does it do a phenomenal job of blocking out the sun and in turn really reducing the overall heat that gets into the vehicle, but also it is super easy to install and also uninstall. So you can have it up when you want to use it, take it down when you don't want to. You don't have to run cable. You don't have to like mess with the fabric and the trim of the car. It is really easy to get up and down. And I can tell you from personal experience, after years of Tesla ownership in the Southern California heat, this is one of those things that is a kind of a make or break thing that really significantly is going to cool down your Tesla. And then moving a little over to form, then function, but it's still functional, is this cool wireless charging pad cover you can get in multiple colors. I actually kind of like the white. Not only does it match the white interior of my Model Y, but it's sort of a nice contrast and something you don't normally see. I think a lot of people, and I'll show off some other accessories in a moment, you're looking to kind of make your Tesla separate from all the other ones on the road. Everything looks kind of the same these days. So having little touches like this kind of elevate your Tesla and give it a pop of that customization that you're going to like. And of course, like all Spigen accessories, it's extremely well made and also is going to give you both function along with that form. It's this really nice ultra thin silicone that is going to protect the suede OEM charger underneath, but it's still of course going to give you full functionality. So throw your phone on there, charge it wirelessly, you're going to be good to go. And also this thing is super easy to clean. And again, I just think is one of those nice little custom things to elevate the inside of your Tesla. And it's kind of a similar situation with the armrest as well. Now, I'd always kind of heard the horror stories about people getting gunk and like sunscreen stains on their OEM armrest in their Tesla. I knew this was super fragile, so having a cover on there would be nice just to keep it protected and safe. But also, I didn't realize until I got this one from Spigen that the white on white look is so much better than what comes stock from the factory. I didn't realize how odd it was having the black with the white contrast until I got this beautiful white cover here from Spigen that has not only this perfect fit and is going to perfectly protect the material underneath, but also like perfectly matches and complements the white interior of your Tesla and is a beautiful way to get both extra form and function in your car that, again, Spigen just does so well. And then kind of sticking with that theme, the easiest and most cost-effective way I have found to really upgrade the inside and outside of your Tesla in a really easy way is with some really high quality vinyl wraps from Tesla Emblems. This is like your go-to destination for a bunch of really easy and affordable accessories, and they have a lot of different options. So obviously, as the name suggests, they've got a cool amount of designs to kind of customize the emblems of your Tesla. So you can get different designs, you can do different colors, different finishes, super easy to install. And this is the same vinyl that is made of like, vehicle, like, high quality vinyl to wrap your car, just shrunken down. So it's really easy to install and is going to last and be high quality. I've had this one on the front of my Model X for years now, and it still looks amazing even in different climates. And they have got just a bunch of ways to customize those emblems with different designs, but also they've got some really cool center console wraps. I'm going to have more of these to show soon. Got charge port wraps. Again, super high quality vinyl, really affordable, really easy to install. I've got a special Black Friday promo I will throw up on screen. Again, sticking with the theme of both form and function, one of the other upgrades I made that I've actually really liked are frunk and trunk lighting kits. So when you open it up at night, it is not a dark abyss, but actually really easy to see inside of there. So I've got frunk lighting here, I've got trunk lighting. It just kind of tucks away in the weather stripping, so really easy to install and just plugs right into the built-in power. So no muss, no fuss, that's there. And then also, if you're a fan of carbon fiber, I really liked some of their carbon fiber accessories. So they have some carbon fiber wraps for the center console. I had on my previous Model Y their carbon fiber covers for the mirrors. They've got a lot of different accessories, but I do like their carbon fiber stuff, and their lighting kits there are very cool. And then on the wheel covers here on my Model Y, this is something new that I just put on recently that I think does kind of aid the aesthetics of the vehicle a little bit. So what I have actually on here are some really nice covers from EV Base. These are actually covers for the larger 19-inch wheels that go on and give that nice black on black look. Now, when I got the car, I got the larger wheels that have the silver look, and I liked that at first, but then after a while, I kind of got bored of them and didn't like them all that much, which is why these covers are so nice. These just pop right on to the existing wheels. You don't have to have any special tools, no muss, no fuss. They do have little like center caps there that you can put on of different colors. I have some black Tesla ones that I can put on, but honestly, I kind of just like the way they look as they are, and they have been incredibly high quality and just a really nice way to kind of up the look of my Model Y. So if you're looking for some nice, I'm going to apologize, I'm like here in the rain here, but they do look good if they're getting some nice free cleaning from the rainwater. A really nice way to upgrade the look of your Tesla with these wheel covers. They've got a bunch of options over there at EV Base, so definitely check those out. Like I mentioned a moment ago, I kind of am a convert on the whole underscreen organizer thing. So I've got that Spigen one in my Model Y, and I've got one here in my Cybertruck. This is actually made by Cybergear Co. And I mean, like the thing itself is great. I kind of like the clear, how it kind of blends more naturally into the truck. It's been a wonderful catch-all. There's some nice anti-slip material in here to make sure things aren't sledding around. And generally, it's really just been kind of nice to have and keep things tidy and organized. But kind of to that end, for my Cybertruck owners watching this video, I know you guys are out there and do exist. This is kind of like the good and bad news when it comes to Cybertruck ownership, because on one hand, the Cybertruck is an amazing vehicle, but it's no surprise that Tesla is struggling to sell them. So there just isn't a plethora of different accessories and vendors out there to accessorize your truck. But I will say, when you find companies who specialize in this, like the folks over at Cybergear Co., they not only actually do have a really wonderful collection of stuff, but also it is like custom made and custom designed for the Cybertruck, and it is custom made to really fulfill owners' needs. I feel like the Cybertruck like owners group is like a niche within a niche, and it's a very tight-knit community, and those in the community who are sort of specializing in accessories, like the folks over here at Cybergear Co., are making some cool things. So they've got this really nice underscreen organizer here to keep things really safe and secure and out of the way in your truck. They have a really nice little portable table here that you can use on your Squircle. Great for watching videos on an iPad, maybe eating some lunch or getting some work done while you're supercharging. And it's really easy to install, super portable. And what I also love here is that when you're done, you can just take this thing off and put it right in between the driver's seat and the center console. And it kind of now doubles as additional, between seat storage, which is kind of nice. And again, just shows the versatility of these products. They also have a really nice cargo divider that I got for the bed of my Cybertruck. I feel like this was like my first real truck accessory that made this thing feel like a truck. This thing is super high quality, really versatile. It's easy to adjust, so you can put it anywhere you want in the bed. You can obviously mount things to it here, and it's just been one of those like really nice things to have to sort of keep the different parts of my truck bed divided up and good. And then there's also, which is really clever here, this under sort of truck bed folding table. So you open up this sub-trunk or sub-trunk bed, truck bed, part of the Cybertruck, and then you can take this thing out, and then it actually works as like a little folding table that is super portable and you can take with you anywhere. It's this kind of stuff that I find so uniquely just fascinating about Cybertruck stuff. Again, when you find companies who specialize in this stuff, they make really cool things, and this stuff from Cybergear Co. is just insanely cool. A couple of other insanely cool things I'll show off in a moment from them as well. And then another category of accessory that you might not think about, but again, is one of those things that you are going to want in your car just to have it. Hopefully not need it, but if you do need to use it, it's going to be reliable, are just some kind of high quality tire inflators, or I guess one tire inflator. I've tested a bunch, and my favorite are from the folks at LastFit. They've got a couple of different options depending on the capacity and the storage size and things like that, but all of them are really well made. They've got some built-in lighting. If you want to use it as a light, you can even use it as an emergency power bank if you need to. And then what I love most about them is really easy operation. So you punch in the PSI you want, you hit one button, it's going to go fill up your tires, and then it automatically turns off, which is still kind of crazy that Tesla's own solution is, I believe, more expensive and doesn't even have the auto off functionality. And then we get into category number 3, what I'm calling the insanely useful stuff. And one of my favorites that I've added recently that I've got to say has honestly been a game changer and has lived up to the hype is adding a Starlink Mini to my Tesla. I've seen a bunch of people doing this lately, and I really didn't understand what the appeal was since you have and are paying for data in your car. But once you get this thing mounted and you start to use it, you realize it's a really, really nice thing to have wherever you go inside of your car. So the brains of the operation, of course, is just a regular old Starlink Mini, but I've got a couple of cool accessories here from Spigen that make the experience way better. First and foremost, they have a really nice portable case that packs everything neatly, so you can take it with you. It actually perfectly lays out inside the front of a Model Y. Not sure if that was intentional, but it's really easy here to get in here, and you can put your cable in there, wall plug, all that stuff, even the unit, of course, there, so you can take it with you anywhere you need to go. Nice quality design here, just nice to have. But what I'm a little bit more excited about and what I've been loving is their new mount specifically made to get this thing easily inside of your Tesla. So it basically just will use suction cup pressure to mount inside your car, and don't be like me and try to install this on the main roof first. You've got to go in the rear hatch because that's where it's going to be able to get its signal. But then once you mount it there, this Starlink Mini is going to give you those blazing fast speeds. And not only is the install here super easy, it just mounts, kind of pops right into the little enclosure here. But I also love about this thing is that you can easily remove it. So you like kind of slide this one part up, the whole Starlink Mini can come out, and then you're done. No muss, no fuss. You can leave the mount up if you want to. You can remove it because it's just kind of suction cupped on there securely, of course, but it's easy to remove. But you're also going to notice probably if you start to do a little bit of digging into this, you're going to need a way to power it inside the Tesla because the regular old USB-C ports don't provide enough power to power this thing and get it going, which is why you're going to need some kind of solution. Now, Spigen again is coming to the rescue with two solutions. They've got one that kind of gives you a Starlink adapter to USB-C. So if you've got a power bank or a power solution that can push the right amperage, or I guess wattage in this case, you'd be good. But also they've got a beautiful selection here for the Tesla. So you can literally just route the cable in the back here right to the little cigarette lighter, plug it in, and then bam, you're good to go. And then now that Tesla has the toggle to keep accessory power on, you can have this thing, turn off when you leave the car, or if you're maybe car camping on a road trip or just want to have it on all the time, you can keep accessory power on and then always have this thing running. And I've got to say again, it's one of those things that sounds crazy, but it is also kind of crazy awesome to have insanely fast Wi-Fi speeds and have a little Wi-Fi network anywhere you go with your car. And then I should say, speaking of road trips, if you're like me and a little OCD in your car with wanting to keep it clean, and when your family gets in there, maybe you got a toddler like I do and they spill things and get marks and scrapes and stuff on different surfaces and you want to keep it clean, Spigen's got a nice little mobile detailing kit. This thing actually, I like that it has Velcro, so you can kind of have it Velcroed in the back if you want to, and then it just pops open. It's got a nice high quality cloth and cleaning solution just for doing some quick cleans of your vehicle. So again, one of those little insanely useful things to have in your car, because trust me, if you've got like a little smudge that isn't going away, you want a nice easy way to clean it wherever you are. This little detailing kit easily fits in the Tesla, and it's just one of those things that's nice to have wherever you go. All right, this next one is super interesting. One of my favorite underrated Cybertruck features that really no one talks about, but is like one of those quality of life things that's nice, is the built-in outlets. You get a couple of different like full-on like household plugs you can plug into and then plug in a bunch of different accessories. And I've always thought in the other Teslas that would be so nice to have, because sometimes you just have like things that don't work with USB-C or you need some kind of adapter. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just have a full-on plug with you wherever you go? And apologies for the barking dog behind me. She's excited about what I've got here for my friends at Hand Show, and that is exactly what I've wanted for a long time. So this is a little adapter here that plugs into the cigarette lighter down there in the main storage area. Ignore the mess, doing some testing of different products that are going to work with this. So this can push a stable 200 watts or a peak 400 watts of power, and it gives you what you'd want. You get two full-size 120 volt outlets here, and then on the side you have got, if I can get it the correct orientation here, some fast charging USB-C of 20 watt power delivery, 20 watt, and then some USB-A ports for 36 watts as well. So this can basically handle whatever you or your passengers are gonna have with you. And it's just one of those things that's so nice. I'm telling you, there are so many times that I've wanted to have or plug in something that needed a full-on outlet, and this does this. This whole thing I'll unplug it here. It's super portable. You could even put this in the back as well, because the back of the vehicle also has that the cigarette outlet that I was powering the Starlink adapter off of, and this is super cool. All right, this next one has taken the internet by storm, and it is loved by just about everybody. It is envied by everybody who is not a Cybertruck owner, so sorry for you guys, but everybody who is a Cybertruck owner, the community is going gaga over this thing for good reason, and it is a like really high quality and high capacity refrigerator custom made for the Cybertruck. You know how there's like that abyss of space, really wasted space from the factory that comes stock with the Cybertruck, and there are some accessories that kind of try to make use of it? Well, this is a custom refrigerator, again, from the folks at Cybergear, that goes right into that space and makes it infinitely more useful and is going to keep you cool and hydrated. This looks like it should have been there from the factory, which Tesla maybe could take a couple of pointers here, but this thing is insanely cool for so many reasons. Number one is that it just makes perfect use of that space. It gives you a ton of room here for loading in drinks and beverages. Like you could even stick food in there. It works as a nice refrigerator and can get pretty low as well to keep things nice and cool. You've got customizable controls here for setting eco mode or max mode. You can obviously easily adjust the temperature. And again, because there's a good amount of space there at the bottom of the interior here, there is a ton of space. I think it's 18 liters of space you can pack full with this portable refrigerator that is just really, really nice for those long road trips. This is easily one of those insanely cool products that I love that I'll link down below from Cybergear, and everything from them obviously is on sale for Black Friday. And what I love from them on a much smaller scale, literally, is this little Cybertruck, which looks on the surface just like a cool little, desktop Cybertruck, but it's actually a 3-in-1 wireless charger. So you can plug this thing in and it lights up, and then it can charge your phone. So you just snap it on there with MagSafe, and you can even press the button and kind of turn the phone either horizontally or vertically. That is super cool. Back in the truck bed, you can drop your AirPods. That is nice. But this is 3-in-1. What about the Apple Watch? Where is that charger? Well, you press another button, and then it oh so cleverly extends from the back of the truck bed, and you can pop your watch on there and be good. This is like one of those like great gifts for any Tesla fan in your life. Cybertruck owners will love this thing. I love having this thing on my desk. I just think it looks really cool, and is also just a super versatile and functional Apple ecosystem charger. So charge your phone, charge your watch, charge your AirPods, and be good. Now, when it comes to customization of your car, I have, of course, talked about some of my favorite ways to do that with software tricks, but also hardware is where things get really fun. I recently did a video all about hacking the Tesla, and kind of my centerpiece to that was the stuff from Enhance Auto, the sexy buttons, the sexy knob, the commander. They actually just came out with the sexy dash that does CarPlay, which is super cool. But basically, these will allow you to really dial in and customize your Tesla in a way you simply cannot with the Tesla experience. It's kind of hooking into like the brain of the vehicle. Then it allows you to have physical controls for things as simple as media playback, opening the glove box, to like engaging autopilot, or adjusting certain things with a physical button. You of course have ways you can like customize like a long pull of a handle, opening the frunk or the charge port, controlling the ambient lighting. Now, when it comes to home charging, it isn't so crazy anymore, since Tesla now finally came to their senses and includes a charger with the vehicle. But one of the insanely useful products that I have loved, and I know you guys love as well, is an extension cable for your charger. This is made by EV Dance. I've worked with them in the past, and this is literally, think of it like a Tesla extension cord. I don't know what the exact name is. I'll throw the info on screen here, but basically you plug one end in of your Tesla connector, you plug, which could be the mobile connector or the wall connector, and then you kind of go to this extension, and it gives you way more reach and also great speeds to easily charge your car. So if you're like a multi-EV household, but you've got one charger and you don't want to do the whole swap, having this extension is nice. If you want to have a car outside your garage or outside like your normal range of the cable, this is going to give you more range. And honestly, if you're just kind of wanting a little bit more slack or a little bit more flexibility in your cable, I will say having this is one of those really nice things to have that really does make a huge difference and is very much worth the investment. All right, guys, I know this was a bit of a longer video and also a bit of a different video, but if you stay to the end, I want to make make good on my promise. So first off, let me just say, if you made it this far, thank you. And also, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this content. I know some of these videos resonate with some of you more than others. I get a lot of helpful feedback and critique on things you guys would like to see. I appreciate all the comments and all the support, so I want to say thank you for that. And I know that the Amazon gift cards, some people like them, some people don't. So I thought for this video, I would, just make it better. So what I'm going to do is pick, let's say 10 people in this video, and I'm going to give you guys a free Tesla accessory. And what I'm going to do is this. So if I left a code right here in the video, people skip to this part and then they steal the code right away, and that's not fair. So what I will do is, if you found 10 different unique codes in the video, go back and find them. I'm going to hide them different places. All you have to do is send me an email of the code you found. My email address is down below. If I put it or say it, it'll get spammed, so just look in the description. I'll have it there. Send me an email. Tell me where in the video you found the code and where it was. And then the first 10 people, I'll hook you up with an accessory of your choice, an Amazon gift card, maybe that's more than $5, like I usually do, or just something special just to say thank you. So if you guys would like to check that out, just email me and let me know if you found the codes. I'm giving away free accessories just as a little thank you for your support of the channel, and thank you for watching. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support. I'm Robert Rosenfeld. Good luck, happy entering, and I'll see ya in the next one.